Okay, now we switch gears here, and in the very floral, I think I would say
tropical,
a very tropical sport coat. It's comedian Mark Klein, who happens to be our expert on the Kentucky Derby. Are you in the Commonwealth of Kentucky as we speak?
Even as we speak, I am sitting in my home office in the Commonwealth of Kentucky preparing to sort out 20 horses, and even they don't know what's going to happen, so it's quite a challenge.
All right.
Well, now what we want are the top picks. And is it too early to be making any judgment calls on this?
Not at all. It's just a very difficult race to parse out, as any horse person will tell you. A little story about that before we get into our picks. A couple years ago, there was a very good horse came here from Europe. His name was Mendelssohn, and he runs in the Kentucky Derby. They flew him over on his own private jet. I mean, this horse had connections like you wouldn't believe. He gets mugged coming out of the starting gate, banged around on the first turn, and his race was over halfway through it.
Wow.
His trainer at the end of the race was interviewed, and his trainer said, "Nothing in Europe can prepare a horse for Kentucky." And he wasn't talking about the pot and the pretty girls. He was talking about what happens in this 20-horse race. You've got 20 animals. They weigh 1,200 pounds apiece. They're going 35 to 40 miles an hour, and they're all trying to get the same 8-foot gap on the first turn. So it's quite a tough thing to sort out. I brought with me for your show, this is a Kentucky Derby mint julep glass.
Very nice.
Official julep. Every winning horse from the last 147 years is printed on this glass, and you drink these until you can't read the horse's name anymore.
And now, is that glass, does it have the official winner from last year, or does it have the winner that was later taken down?
Actually, they one of the reasons they made the decision when they did to take them down was they could print the glasses in time. So, of course, it has last year's official winner, Mandaloon, is on the glass. It's interesting. Every cupboard in Kentucky has 100 of these at the breakfast table. We do. I mean, all my regular drinking glasses downstairs are Kentucky Derby mint julep glasses. And school children here in Kentucky, they grow up reading these horses' names at breakfast every morning. So they can't tell you what 8 times 7 is, but they know that Exterminator won in 1918. So
cool.
Oh, what a great name.
This is what we do here. This is what we're all about. It pervades our culture in Louisville and Kentucky as no other place in the world. When I got engaged to be married 30 years ago, my relatives all said, does she come from a nice family? My comedy buddies all said, does she have a good sense of humor? My horse racing buddies all said, can she get the 1.25 miles? So,
Mark Klein is our guest. Mark is a stand-up comedian, and also, do you still own part of a horse somewhere out there?
I own a small piece of a slow horse. I'm in 2 different racing syndicates, Brilliant 3 Racing and Brilliant 4 Racing. There's 50 to 60 people in each one of those syndicates, and we collectively own 3 horses in Brilliant 4, and we have 1 horse left in Brilliant 3. And so I own a small part of horses that
Which
race
part?
at Churchill Downs.
The fast part.
Which part or which horse?
Which part? Yeah.
Pick a leg.
He's a comedian. We'll take a guess.
I own the part that says to the jockey, "What are you hitting me for? There's nobody behind us." That's the part that
Okay, Mark Klein is our guest. Well, we got to hurry here. Mark, give us, what have you got? Your top 3, your top 4? What do you have over there?
My top 4 horses for your life-changing $1 superfecta box. Epicenter, trained by Steve Asmussen, ridden by Joel Rosario, horse number 3. Just set a track record in Louisiana for the Louisiana Derby, my top choice at 3-1. Number 2, Taiba, Southern California horse, now trained by Tim Yachtin, comes out of the old Bob Baffert barn. Now he's clean and sober. The Kentucky Derby will be his 3rd career start. Very lightly raced horse, but typically these California horses can come here with no experience and steal this race on the front end. He's my 2nd choice. Number 3, Fountain of Youth winner at 2, Simplification, finished 3rd in the Florida Derby at age 3. His connections have never done this before, but he handles traffic like a New York cab driver. I think he will be able to negotiate what he runs into, a bullet work in the mud at Gulfstream 3 weeks ago. My 4th choice is Charge It, trained by Kentucky Derby winning trainer Todd Pledger, ridden by Luis Saez, who had his Derby taken away from him when he was disqualified on maximum security 2 years ago. Charge It's another very lightly raced horse, but he's just a big, long, striding bully of a horse. If you like bullies in schoolyard fights, charge it. Is the horse for you? He has more upside than sunflowers in June. So take these 4 horses, number 3, number 12, number 8, number 13, your $1 life-changing 4-horse superfecta box. The whole bet costs $24. You could walk away with enough to go get a new electric car as per the Biden administration's fondest wishes.
Nice. Mark Klein, thank you very much, Mark. Very good advice. And last year, we were talking about this with you a couple of weeks ago. That was the year that the horse that appeared to have win the race didn't win. But when you turn in your ticket, they got the money. They don't have to give it back.
Yeah, the track pays that day. The official sign goes up. There was a very famous incident. This was generations ago. This is back in the 1960s. A racetrack mistakenly posted the wrong winners on their tote board and paid it out. And the people who actually had the actual winning horses, the track made an announcement, will take you at your word if you bring us your ticket and tell you how much you bet. I mean, it was crazy, but it did actually happen years and years ago. But once that official sign goes up at the track and they pay out, that money stays out. Horse racing, in many ways, the phrase is you never get your money back. Well, if they post it, if it gets posted on the tote board and they pay it out, once it's out, it's out.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark. I've got your things written down.
Yes, thank you, Mark.
Make the bets. We appreciate it. You can find Mark, by the way, online. You'll find him at corpjester.com. That's corpjester.com for some great corporate comedy, some sophisticated stuff for a great party. Thank you, Mark. We're going to